Hey there, I hope you're hungry because today on Tasty Napoli, we're making Osso Buco. We're going to start off by patting the veal dry and seasoning generously with salt and pepper. And you want to pat it dry because that's what's going to help you get a really nice golden sear on the meat. I'm going to add a bit of salt. I don't usually add a lot of salt to the braising liquid, so the salt here is also going to help to season the dish. Next we have our fresh ground pepper. So into a hot Dutch oven, we're going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil. We're going to put them in and then sear for about 2 to 3 minutes per side until they're nice and golden brown. Ooh, there we go. That looks nice. Then after two to 3 minutes, we're gonna flip them and another 2 to 3 minutes on the other side. Once they're nice and brown, we're going to just remove them and put them on a tray to hang out for a bit while we build the braising liquid. Okay. Soffritto is a combination of onion, carrot, and celery, and it's the foundation for any good Northern Italian dish. We're gonna chop everything like very finely. So to build our soffritto, we're going to add the celery, the carrot, and the onion directly to the pot, and we're going to cook it for about 8 minutes until it gets nice and soft. Next up, we're going to add the garlic. So we're gonna give it a nice little mince and add it directly into this pot for about 30 seconds. No longer than that or it's going to burn. After the garlic's in for 30 seconds, we're going to add our white wine directly to the pot. And we're gonna let that reduce by half. And we're gonna let the alcohol just cook right off. So we're going to put in about 1.5 cups of bone broth. And this is beef bone broth because we're using veal. Oh, it's already smelling so nice. All right, then we're going to add about 1 cup of tomatoes. And these should be freshly crushed. And I like to use whole peeled tomatoes and then just crush them by hand directly into the pot. Then we're going to add our herbs. I like to use thyme and I like to just tie it up in a little bunch with some twine. Goes right in, along with 2 bay leaves. Last but not least, I am going to add a little trick that I learned from Marcella Hazan, the legendary Marcella Hazan, which is to add 2 strips of lemon peel directly to the braising liquid. And this is going to add a lot of like brightness that'll cut through the richness of the dish. It just has a really nice taste and flavor on the palate. You wanna make sure that you don't have any of that white pith. You want the oils that are in the yellow part of the lemon. Okay, so we're gonna add those just right in. Just 2 strips, no more than that. Once your braising liquid is at a nice gentle simmer, we're going to add the veal shanks back into the pot. And the liquid should come up to about half to about 3/4 of the way up the shank. You don't want any more than that. Okay, we're gonna turn the heat off and then we're going to put the lid right on top. And we're going to pop this into an oven at 325 for about 2 to 2.5 hours. Checking periodically to make sure that we're basting the meat so that it doesn't dry out. Okay, it's been about 2.5 hours, so we are ready to take our Osso Buco out of the oven. So this is actually one of the first dishes that I made for my husband when we first started dating. And I knew when I had him over, I needed to make an impression and I needed to make something a little bit special. And I figured if this works, maybe I'll impress him, maybe he'll want a second date. And we're still together all these years later. Oh. So once your veal is tender, we're going to fish them out of the pot and put them right on a platter just to hang out while we finish up the sauce. Okay, so we're gonna bring the sauce to a gentle simmer. And while that's coming back up to heat, we're gonna take just a bit of that braising liquid and add it to a vessel. And then we're going to bloom about half a teaspoon of gelatin right in there. So something else you could do if you wanted to remove even more fat from the dish is to really just let this cool for maybe like 10 minutes on the counter and then put it in the fridge for 20 minutes so that all the fat rises to the top and solidifies. And you could just like remove that fat cap. I think if you're cooking this with veal, I don't think that's necessary. If you're using beef shanks instead, I think beef has a lot more fat to it, so I would probably use that step if you were using beef. Okay, so we're back up to a simmer. So we're going to just add our bloomed gelatin just right back in there. And we're gonna cook it for about a minute or two, just to get that nice, rich, velvety texture. That's honestly perfect. I am not gonna change a single thing about that. And now we're just going to add the veal shanks back into the braising liquid for about a minute just to warm them back up. Okay, a gremolata is pretty easy. It's just 3 simple ingredients, maybe 4 if you want to add some olive oil to it. But it's just the zest of a lemon, some parsley, and some garlic. Okay, and there we have it. Just gonna add Osso Buco right on top of some risotto alla milanese. Then we're gonna spoon some of the sauce just like right around it. Now the last step is just don't forget to take the twine off. Traditionally, Osso Buco is served with risotto alla milanese. Both these dishes come directly from Milan. If you're looking for a lighter version of that risotto, there's a recipe for that right on the channel. This is one of those plates that is incredibly special, and it should be made for someone special in your life. So in the comments below, let me know who you're making this for, and I cannot wait to see you next time. Alla prossima!